It's raining. Oh well, we're building this two-stroke today. I don't care. Thank God we got this garage. It is Saturday morning. It's about 9 a.m. right now. Still wiping the crust out my eyes. I'm pumped up because today, I've been waiting 6 months to build this bike. 6 months. Today's the day, boys. Here we go. We got that needle bearing. If you didn't see the short in yesterday's video, you should check it out, but I'll show you guys here. That bearing fits. Here it is, slipped around the wrist pin. And there she is around the rod, in the rod. Check that out. Absolutely no clearance issues, not too big, not too small. A perfect fit. Stage 6 needle bearing, so it's gonna be way stronger than that piece of crap Naraku. This one's gonna be a good one, and it fits. It's stopping raining right now. Good deal, hell yeah. So where we're at in this bike right now is real simple. So we gotta assemble the top end of this motor, and two-stroke motors are easy to do. We gotta hook the battery up to the bike that's chilling right there. We gotta put this badass pipe back on. Then we gotta put some premix into the tank, suck the gas from the tank into the carburetor, attach that ground wire that's over here. That's real easy to do. And that's it. That is it, boys. We are this close to getting this bike started back up. Without saying anything else, man, let's do this. The motor's all together, boys. All the head bolts are tightened down and snug. We gotta put that spark plug in real quick, but if you remember, because I have this temp gauge on this bike, here is my temp gauge sensor right here. This goes and connects directly to the head so it can read what temperature the motor is. But you have to prep your spark plug. What I mean by that is, one, you have to take off this tip here, it screws off. But two, that sensor replaces this spark plug ring right here. So we have to snip this off, twist that off, and then thread this on top so that it can be against the head and read the temperature. Definitely not gonna run this bike without a temp gauge. Let's do this. She's prepped. All right, spark plug is in there with the temp sensor all wired up. And the other end to this is right here. So this just plugs into that end and you're good to go. All right, now we gotta throw the cooling shroud on, and it's pretty easy on this bike. There's only 2 pieces of it and it slips right up on there. All right, the fan shroud is on and assembled. This one's pretty easy to do. That's what I like about this bike. We got that threaded through there. Everything is good. So now, at this point, I'm gonna hook up this ground over here. I keep saying it like it's a big deal, but all I'm doing is taking this wire right here and putting it on this bolt. And then hook up the power. Hook up that ground, and then hook up the power. Let's do it. Now, let's get the bullshit out the way first. I wanna get that pipe back on here. I've been waiting so long to put this pipe back on this bike because that means that it's ready to go. So pipe and then battery. Let's get that hooked up. Dirty, but together. Now this is the bracket that I have made. I didn't make this, but I fabricated it into something else because it is a bracket still. This is the bracket that came with this bike, but it never fit correctly. Of course it didn't. So to make up for that difference, of course it's connected to the head down there, but I put 3 washers in between this nut up here that connects the top of this down to this pipe with the nut on the back of it, and it holds it perfectly in place. It doesn't have that second piece, but I ran this like this all season last year and it was fine. It was 100% good. So don't fix what's not broken. It's fine. But everything in the motor's together, dude. I just gotta put that cap on the plug and plug that in. But first I just wanna get this bike some power. So now, after all this is done, battery time. I have not used this key in so long. All right, let's power check the bike. Everything is off, ignition is off, key is in. It's on. It is on. Yes, sir. Power, baby. Check this out. Oh, you can still see it right there, too. Cool. We got power. All right, let's see if the temp gauge still works. Key off. Power, baby. Yeah, I got this wired up to my ignition, so when I hit my ignition, the temp gauge turns on. I'm going to do the same thing with that tachometer we got in there. But hell yeah, baby. 67.2. All right. Shit. Well, this is it, man. Everything is put together. The motor's put together, the battery's in the bike, the exhaust is put on, the plug is on, the temp gauge is on, everything in the transmission is good to go. It has gear oil. Yeah. Carburetor and everything is still hooked up. This is what I'm double, triple checking. Everything's hooked up the same. The tune did not change. Everything is good on the intake system. The pipe, the motor, the battery. This is it. Fuel. I need to go get some fuel. Hell yeah. Right there. Time to go take my 4-stroke over to get some 2-stroke smoke juice. This is it. I'm almost speechless. This is crazy. All right. Ah, a little over, fine. $32. She has gas. The only thing to do from here is get my hand on that throttle, get my foot on that kicker. Let's kick this thing back to life, boys. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Oh shit, boys. She lives! She lives! 70 degrees right now. I'm gonna heat cycle it for for about 13 minutes. I'll come back to you. Hell yeah. She's getting warmed up, baby. Here she goes. Damn, I've missed that sound so much. So much. This is only about 4 minutes after running. We're at 94 degrees. That's a good sound. She shut down after her first heat cycle. It went real smooth. I ran it for about 12 minutes. We're chilling right now at 152. It's not hot outside and I didn't rev the motor at all. Don't rev your motor when you're heat cycling your bike. Just leave it alone. You get it up to temperature and it stayed right around 148 for a few minutes there. But it's all good. Now I'm gonna let it drop back down to, when I first started this, it was at 64. So I'm gonna let it drop down to about, low 70s. Wait a minute and start it back up for a second go. Sweet. All right, I shut this bike down to check everything out. I just took the tires off the bike and filled them up because they went flat just a few days ago. This one, good to go. This one, no tire pressure, none. I checked it with the adjuster, dude, I'm so angry, and there's 0 tire pressure. You guys know that these are brand new tires. And if you remember, this front had a leak months and months ago, like when I first got this bike, so I got new tires, and they held air the whole time. Tell me why this is flat. Tell me why that's flat. The valve is bad. I just painted these rims again too, and every time we get new stuff on these tires, it fucks up the whole paint. Damn, dude, there's no tire pressure in this tire right now. So annoying, man. This bike just won't let me ride it peacefully. Geez, so gonna heat cycle it and get it down to the gas station over there and fill her up with some air. Jeez, man. All right, she's hovering right around 76.2.1.4. It's chilling right around here. So we're gonna go ahead and give her a second startup. Come on. I love how this bike fires right up like that. I've always loved that. All right, she's been running about 5 minutes now into her second heat cycle. It got up to 150 last time at idle. Right now we're at 123.2. So I'm gonna wait another 10 or so minutes, let it get up to 150 and hang out. And then shut her back down. But she's doing good. She sounds good. There's a healthy amount of smoke coming out from idle. No hesitation, no hiccups. It's going good. Second heat cycle is shut off. It's about 12:46 right now. I'm gonna run to the store and get a drink. It took an hour to cool down last time. After shutting the motor off, it is bumping up to 157, right over the 150s. So that's exactly what it did last time when I first started it. So she's doing good. She's gonna cool down for an hour. I'm gonna go get something to drink. We'll be back. When it's cooling down right now, just walk around the bike looking at it. And there's 2 things that I need to paint. One are these front shocks, and I'm gonna paint them the Polini blue up here. It's gonna give it a nice distribution of blue, and it's gonna match the blue shock back there like that. But also, after painting all that transmission case and motor block stuff, I said it earlier, but this really needs to be white right here to match. So I'm gonna paint this white, and I'm gonna paint those blue. Not right now. The main thing is getting this thing running and ripping. But in time, definitely painting that stuff. Just looking at this, I could hit this bracket white as well. So white, white, blue. All right, giving her third and final heat cycle. It's been about another hour. So it's about 2 o'clock right now. And it's at 78 degrees flat, that's good. Let's do it. She's about 5 minutes into her third and final heat cycle. Temps are looking good. I let them climb up to about 150 and set there for a minute. She's doing good. All right, she's been running at about 150, 149, 150 for a few minutes now. She likes to hang out right around here, which is good. So this is it. Third final heat cycle. Good to go. Let's shut her down. Bam. All right. Now your numbers spike up a little bit when you shut your motor down because there's no air running to it, but not by much. Probably like 6 degrees as it go up. So after that drops a little bit, I'm gonna put the seat back on and then push her on over to the shop so we can do two things. One, we definitely need air in that tire. I don't know why it went flat. We inflated it. Dave said that when the tire sits sometimes after being completely flat, it'll leak air. So anyways, we gotta fill up that tire. But then we have to throw in these 4-gram rollers here. Right now in that motor, I did not rev it one time. It has those 3.5 Leo Vents rollers. And we're breaking in the motor. So we're gonna throw in these 4s here when we get to the shop. And then we're gonna take her for a ride. Man. I'm excited. I haven't rode this bike in 6 months, but here we go. The seat is back on, and there's definitely still no storage in this bike. I want to make a compartment out of metal plates. You'll see what I'm saying later. I would like to change that. But here we go. We're gonna push this bad girl to the shop to get her those 2 things installed. Let's do this. Half hour later, and we made it. I'm sweating, but the bike's here. All right, let's do this. All right, time to get these old rollers out. Those are 3.5 rollers in there right now. I'm gonna go back to the 4s. These ones are pretty cool because you build your rollers. I haven't seen this before, but I understand how it works. So these are the 4-gram inserts right here. So you put the insert into one side, sleeve it, and then you put this onto the other side.
Enjoy and be careful.
And there you go. You have yourself a 4-gram roller. I think that's sweet. So we're gonna throw these in here and start this bad girl up with some air in her tire. Tires are pumped up. 4-gram rollers are in the transmission. Here we go. We're about to set sail for the first time with this new motor from Scooter Tuners. Hell yeah. I'm gonna let her get up the temperature before I ride it. That way it's nice and good. About 120, 130. I would always leave at 120 when I had this bike last year going. So when it hits 120, we're setting sail. She takes gas too, boys. I didn't hit the gas yet. This is about the 5th time. Responsive too. Boom, let's do this. Oh my God! I'm only at quarter throttle and this thing is wicked. Oh my God, this bike feels good, boys. Damn! I'll go to the store for you, Dave. Man, this thing, it's much better than what it was, Dave. Much better. Those stock rollers are trash. Those 3.5s are too light. These.
Grab me a bowl and whatever you're gonna drink or whatever, and grab me a
Red Bull 20 ounce, no sugar.
yeah. Grab me a thing of jerky or something.
Regular?
Teriyaki, no matter pepper.
Okay.
Whatever.
Do you know how fast this thing is? Listen to this. Listen to it.
Don't work out now.
I don't want to go that fast yet. I get it. I just don't want to push it. Real easy, I promise. I promise. He doesn't like it because the neighbors hate us around here. But this thing is quick, dude. I want to be gentle on the bike right now. But when I get into it, oh my God, dude. Hell yeah, this engine's quick, dude. So quick, and it drank a quarter tank of gas. Yes! And it idles back down just fine. We're at 168. She runs fantastic. That is a success. 6 months of patience, frustration, battle, error, win, fail, whatever you can think of to this. She's back and she feels better than ever before. We're at Scooter Tuners right now. And I'm gonna end it off here. I don't have my tripod right now, so the outro is just kind of close up, but it's all good. I'm gonna work this bike to the max this summer. I'm gonna do the transmission, the gears. That motor's fully built, good to go. Fresh motor, all the compression. She's back. I'm back. The build will continue. I'm gonna go ride my bike. Simple as that. Till next time, guys.